Hi, it's Elena of Financial Demics, where I give you the tips and tools to manage your money, increase your savings and your income, and decrease your debt. And today we are talking about 5 different ways you can save money during the holidays. So according to the National Retail Association, the average American spends about $1,000 during the holidays for gifts, food, and travel. So I definitely wanted to give you some tips on how you could save some money on the gifts front so that you don't come out of the holidays with more debt and a step further away from your financial goals. So the first tip that I'm going to give you before you even decide on a gift budget is to really consider your goals. Look at where you are and where you want to be before you even think about how much am I going to allocate towards gifts. And this is really just to make sure that you don't overspend. Sometimes looking at where you are now and where you want to be will help you make a realistic budget for your actual goals. So you're not going out buying everyone the latest and the greatest so you can be like that amazing person, but truly you're not feeling amazing because you're not where you actually want to be. The second tip I want to give you is to cut down on your list. Look, you see when this video was posted what year it is. This is your year to be able to step back. Take that opportunity and actually step back, cut down on your list, especially if you're one of those people or you're in one of those families who buys everyone gifts. It's just really not necessary. And if it's going to keep you from building up that savings or knocking down that debt so that you're in a comfortable position in life, or even if you have a greater goal than that, then you need to really take into consideration that the less gifts you have to buy, the more money that you will actually save. Now, if you're one of those people who buy gifts for your third, fourth, fifth cousin and all of that, maybe you pare it down where you're just buying gifts for maybe like your immediate family, maybe just the kids. In my family, now we're at the point where we just do the kids and the grandparents, of course, because they're the grandparents. You want to do a little something for them. But other than that, like sisters, brothers, even my parents, like we don't buy each other gifts at this point. And, there are some years where me and my husband decide that we're going to either buy a gift or we want to do something else. So we'll just say, let's divert gift money to that experience that we want to take. And so those are things that you can do also. But granted, make sure everybody's on board. But even if everybody's not, and I mean like your extended family, not like you and your spouse, you still can separate, especially if it's going to be a financial strain on your family. Another idea is to actually switch to birthdays instead of Christmas, and this is something you can implement going forward. So one idea that I had, at least for my family, is possibly just switching to buying birthday gifts. So instead of buying Christmas gifts, because that is a lot of money going out at one time, they have birthdays all throughout the year. So we will purchase birthday gifts, but not necessarily Christmas gifts. The third tip is to decide on a Christmas budget. Do not go out here all willy-nilly without an amount that you know you are going to spend. In addition to deciding on a Christmas budget, you really should write down everybody who is on your list for the year and then assign each one of them a max amount. By doing that, that'll give you an idea exactly what you're going to buy, because a lot of people don't know ahead of time, what we're going to actually gift another person. I mean, maybe for your kids or your spouse, but like if you're buying for others outside of that, then you're not really sure exactly what you want to get them. So if you assign them an actual dollar amount, and all of these dollar amounts should total up to your overall gift budget, then if it's above that dollar amount, then they're not getting it. And that helps to narrow things down and make it a little bit easier and keep you inside of that gift budget, because remember, Christmas is only one day. The fourth tip is to DIY your gift. So if you have a really great skill, then use that skill to create your gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. And truthfully, if somebody tries to think that you're cheap because you're doing that, like, do you really want to be giving them a gift anyway? I'm just saying. If you are a baker, maybe bake them cookies or bake them cakes or a loaf or whatever you actually make. If you actually make items, you can make them some items and gift that to them. I actually have a cousin. She's really good at like making those tumbler cups with your name on it. She makes keychains and little lanyards and all these different things, t-shirts. And so that's a way that she could give other people gifts, right? She could gift them things that she actually makes instead of actually buying them a gift. And granted, you do have to get the materials together, but overall, it should end up being cheaper than if you were to go out and individually buy everyone an actual gift. Tip number 5 is to make sure that you are using these deal sites, cashback apps and sites, and your cashback cards to be able to get money back while you are spending on Christmas gifts. So definitely sites like Rakuten is an option. Groupon can be an option for some items also. You can also combine that with like Retail Me Not. And there's so many other sites out there. I actually have a video, which I will link right here, on how to save money while shopping online. And actually some of these apps and sites will actually help you save money while you're in store also. So if you choose to go in store, you can see what deals they have on there, so you can actually save some money and get some cash back. Another thing I'll mention is like, if you love Target, I love Target, you could use the Target Red Card. I actually use the one that is attached to your checking account. I don't have the credit card one, not knocking anyone who does, but that's the one that I use. So every time I buy something, then I get 5% off from there. And then also, if you have like a cash back credit card, then, and you're responsible and disciplined, because that's the key with the cashback cards, right? You got to be responsible and disciplined. You can't let your balance get too high. You got to be able to pay it off the next month. So if you have a cashback card, right, you could possibly use your cashback card to buy your gifts, but then turn right back around and pay that thing off. But you're going to get that cash back and you're going to use it towards whatever you choose to use it for. And one bonus thing that I actually want to talk about, since it is the holiday season, if you had not already, and if you are able to, it's really a good idea to set up a gift sinking fund. I've talked about it in my sinking funds video before. I feel like I've talked about it a few times, but a gift sinking fund is basically a savings account that you have to the side where you're putting money in it either every time you get paid or monthly if that's your choice, and it's going towards buying gifts either for birthdays and the holidays or just the holidays, whichever one fits you best. I think it's a great idea to do that because you can go ahead and already set an amount, like I'm going to save this amount in my gift sinking fund for the year, and then based off of the amount of times you're going to contribute to it. So if it's monthly, it's going to be 12 times. So let's just say you decide that you want to do $1,200 to make it easy, right? You're going to contribute $100 a month to this gift sinking fund. So it's going to make it easier for next year when it comes around that you need to buy gifts. And truthfully, if you're doing like $1,200, I think you'll be in a good place because you'll be able to do like birthday gifts and Christmas gifts for the ones that you choose to buy for, not for everyone, right? So make sure you keep that in mind. That's something you can definitely implement. And if you want me to do a video on just like how to set up a gift sinking fund, let me know in the comments below. So I'm curious, what are you doing this holiday season when it comes to buying gifts? Are you planning to spend around the same amount that you had spent last year? Are you pulling back because of what's going on? Or are you buying more because, hey, maybe it was a good year, you know, because everybody's situation is different. Let me know below. Thank you for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed already and you're still here, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss another one of my uploads. And I will see you next time with an all new video.